Hi everyone, this is Anita Bieliska reporting from Orpheus Cyber headquarters. I will be doing the weekly intelligence report summary this week. Coming to our key issue, VMware has published a notification regarding a critical severity vulnerability, which affects several of its products. So while VMware has not yet released a patch for this vulnerability, it has published a temporary workaround, and it is highly recommended that organizations running affected VMware products implement this workaround as soon as possible. Since adversaries need to have prior access to the target network as well as valid credentials in order to successfully exploit the CVE, we assess that it is unlikely that the CVE will see widespread exploitations beyond possibly the most sophisticated threat actors. Moving on to our cybercriminal activity this week, our reporting has primarily focused on malware spreading via simple phishing campaigns, such as TrickBot and QuackBot, as well as ransomware activity. So congratulations, TrickBot. The operators of TrickBot, the infamous and highly adaptable and persistent Trojan, have released the 100th version of the malware, adding new features with an emphasis on avoiding detection. TrickBot has recently recovered from a law enforcement takedown of its infrastructure, showing that it is quite persistent and it is still successfully running long-standing affiliations with ransomware strains such as Rook. QuackBot, on the other hand, another Trojan that is spread via phishing emails, has recently dropped its partnership with the Prolog ransomware strain in favor of the Egregia ransomware strain. This is likely because the Egregia ransomware strain has been highly active recently and also highly successful. Meanwhile, we have not really observed any Prolog incidents since May 2020. Continuing on ransomware activity, there has been an incident involving an unknown ransomware strain targeting a South Korean retailer. And we have reported on a new version of the Mount Locker ransomware strain, which now focuses on encrypting files associated with tax return software. Lastly, the FBI has published a warning regarding an increase of Ragnarlocker ransomware activity. Ragnarlocker is one of the most, or has been one of the most active ransomware strains in the past months. Recent incidents include attacks against Campari, as well as a Japanese game company called Capcom. Lastly, in our nation-state reporting, the Chinese state-backed threat actor Mustang Panda has recently updated its toolset, showing that just like everybody else, also nation-state threat actors have to update their toolset in order to stay ahead of security researchers as well as endpoint detection tools. Mustang Panda has previously targeted the Vatican as well as various diplomatic entities, amongst others, all of which were cyber espionage campaigns. That's about all for this week. Thank you for listening and goodbye.